rise and join us in a moment of silence to remember all of our heroes, both those in our hometowns and those serving far away from their own to protect our freedoms. Thank you. Please remain standing and remove your hats. Retired and active duty military non-uniform may instead render a military salute and sing along with the students from Westfield Elementary as they honor our country with the singing of the national anthem.
And there's our national anthem as we get ready to go tonight between the RoughRiders and the Dubuque Fighting Saints. The RoughRiders decked out in the green jerseys tonight with the white vertical stripes and the black and white trim. The Fighting Saints decked out in the white uniforms with the red breezers and the red trim. Cedar Rapids defends the goal to our right here in period number one. That's Blake Patella stretching down there. And in the goal to our left is Cole Weaver stretching and getting ready to go for tonight's game. Got the carpet off the ice that the anthem singers were on. Doors are closed. Timekeeper says they're ready. Goal judges look like they're ready to go. Referee Nolan Boyer drops the puck, and we are underway. As the puck is cleared into the RoughRider end of the rink. Smolik has it there to the near side. Block into the neutral ice area. Backhanded to the Dubuque end of the rink. Fighting Saints turn to come back out. Clearing it ahead there is Corbett into the RoughRider zone. Back in behind the net. Smolik has it there for the Riders. To the near side for Merrick Block. Drops it back for Graham Slaggert with a full head of steam into the Fighting Saint end of the rink. Dumps it down into the corner. Takes the check. Goes up along the board. Slaggert gets it back off to the near side for Locke. Back out. Smolik at the point. His shot knocked down by Weaver, who puts the big glove down, covers it up, and we'll get a face-off coming up in the Dubuque Fighting Saints end of the rink. Just 36 seconds into tonight's contest. The fifth meeting of the year between these two clubs. Face-off will be coming up to the stick side of Weaver. That is his right-hand side. Puck down on the ice, cleared into the corner. Back behind the net it goes. Around to the near side. Riders pick it up there. Turn and fire. Knocked down in traffic. As getting it off was Granowitz. Now cleared along the boards to the left-hand side. Fighting Saints backhanded out to neutral and come out on the attack. This is Quinn Preston cutting in. He's forced back in behind the net, out into the corner, left-hand side, and face first into the boards. Puck along the boards on the near side. Granowitz has it there for the Riders. Knocked away from him. Centering attempt cleared back to the point. Bushy holds it in for Dubuque. Off to the right-hand side. Shot knocked down. Bushy gets it back. Fires again. This one goes wide of the goal into the left-hand corner. Preston kicks it away down to the side. Coming up with it there is Victor Bovbel. Bovbel has it in the left-hand corner. Now Preston takes it up along the boards. Now Bovbel has it there as they fight for it along the boards. Centering attempt comes out. Blocked shot by Vertanen, and the save is made by Patella. Back to the right-hand corner. Riders get control of it. Cleared back in behind the net. Denman has it there. Matt Denman for the RoughRiders sends it off to his right-hand side. Back out to neutral. Thompson comes ahead, making his first appearance in a RoughRider uniform. And as soon as I say that, he peels off and heads for the bench on a line change. Puck cleared back to the left-hand side. Back out come the Fighting Saints into the neutralized area. Bushy brings it ahead, but they're offside as Bertanen got in about a stride and a half too quick. We'll take it back out into the neutralized area. No score, just a couple of minutes gone here in the period number 1. Face off outside the Rider blue line. Down on the ice, controlled by Steves, who brings it in for Dubuque. He has it roll away to the boards, cleared now back in behind the Cedar Rapids goal. Riders pick it up there. Kyle Wolf gets it out into the neutralized area for Liam Walsh. Walsh sends a pass cross reach. Jason Poland catches up to it, pokes it ahead. Back down into the corner, in the Fighting Saint end of the rink, left-hand side, centered back out. The Fighting Saints pick it off and bring it back into the neutralized area. Clearing it out was Michelli. Knocked away from him. Riders have to backpedal to their own zone to get control of it. Cleared behind the net, hit the back of the net, cleared around to the near side. Loafed back in behind the goal, turns and starts out. Backhand high in the air into the neutralized area. Knocked down, cleared back ahead by the Fighting Saints. You bring it in, dump it in wide of the goal, cleared around to the right-hand side. Boline has it there, dumps it back into the corner on the near side, knocked away there. Back out to the blue line, held in. Maniscalco gets it off to the right-hand side. Shot at goal! Maniscalco took the shot from the right point. We'll have to wait and see if it got directed on the way in. But either way, Dubuque grabs the lead at the 2:58 mark. Period number 1, an even strength tally that puts the Fighting Saints up 1-0. We'll have to wait and see for sure. Maniscalco, at the very least, is going to get an assist out of this. He may get the goal as well. Cleared back to the Fighting Saint blue line, controlled there by the Saints, off to the right-hand side, out into the neutralized area. Knocked down there, back ahead it comes. Bushy breaks the pass up, turns and clears it back down into the Rough Rider into the rink. Back in behind the net it goes, knocked away there, back out front, intercepted by the Rider. Defense cleared to the corner on the right-hand side. Knocked away to the boards as they fight for it along the boards, cleared back down into the corner. Now back in behind the net with it is Dalton Hunter for Dubuque. He's tied up, gets out of the pile, still has the puck. Hunter clears it around to the right-hand side, knocked down there, back out to the blue line. Cross Ricky comes Bushy. Bushy holds it and fires. Save is made. Rebound! Shoved wide by Hunter. Back along the boards, out into the neutralized area and down to the Fighting Saint end of the rink. Back in behind the goal it goes, cleared around to the near side, back out into the neutralized area, broken up along the boards, picked up by the Rough Riders. Smith backs it off to the side, now carrying it in is Chase Blackman. His shot carries wide back to the near side. Nathan Smith cranks one off that goes through the slot, and the carom comes all the way back out into the neutralized area. Puck cleared back off to the right-hand side as the Rough Riders pick it up in their own zone, bring it ahead, knocked away momentarily. Now Balak gets it back, pokes it in. Slaggert could not get to it. It's cleared into the corner on the left-hand side. Dump back behind the net. Out in front it comes. Slaggert knocked down. Smolik had it, cleared back out into the slot area. Blackman faces the shot. Delayed penalty coming on the Fighting Saints. Centering pass comes all the way through to the near side. Riders have the extra attacker on. Granowitz backhands it out to the point. Blackman holds it in there. Cross rings Smolik. Smolik along the boards has it knocked away. Fighting Saints pick it up. And we are going to get our first penalty tonight called at the 4-minute and 50-second mark, period number 1. It's going to be a hooking call on Roman Canal. First penalty of the night on Dubuque, and the Rough Riders will get their first power play opportunity of the evening. Puck cleared down into the corner, right-hand side. Back to the slot area, knocked away to the point, held in there. Now moving in, crank it up and scores! It's Iliya Shushko. Shushko just walked in, cranked one off from behind the slot. And it took 10 seconds for the RoughRiders to cash in the power play and knock the game back up. And for Shushko, that'll be his second of the year. Time the goal officially goes down at the 5:01 mark of the period. And the RoughRiders tie it at 1 apiece. Fighting Saints have it along the near boards. That's Preston clearing it ahead to the Rider line. Knocked away there. Walsh picks it up. Starts back the other way for the RoughRiders. Liam Walsh gets it off to the wing. It's poked deep into the Dubuque end of the rink. Cleared back out to the point. Kyle Loaf holds it in there. Backhand centering pass. Wood tied up in the slot was Walsh. Cleared back to the boards on the left-hand side. Knocked away there. Back in behind the net to the right-hand corner it comes. Riders steer it back down low. Walsh clears it out to the point. Kyle Loaf has it there. Fires. Tip. Saved by Weaver. Rebound loose in front. Still loose. Another whack at it. Weaver got the stick over to cover it up. And I think Weaver finally ended up laying on top of it. And that'll get a stoppage in play with a 14:20 to go here in the first 20 minutes of tonight's game, with the RoughRiders and the Fighting Saints tied at 1 apiece. So at the timeout on the ice, the out-of-town Scornberg Lincoln is in front of Team USA by a score of 4-1. Waiting to get underway, Youngstown at Chicago. Muskegon at Fargo, just underway. Madison, 39 seconds into the game. Madison Capitals have the lead, 1-0. No score, Central Illinois at Omaha. Sioux City leads Green Bay 1-0. They're 34 seconds into the contest. No score, Des Moines at Sioux Falls yet, or Tri-City at Waterloo. Here it's 1-1. The Fighting Saints goal going to Jacob Simic. And for Simic, his first of the year. Maniscalco gets 1 assist, and Michelli gets the other. We'll get to the RoughRider goal in a second here, as it's cleared back out into the neutralized area. Fired down into the RoughRider zone. Quick shot save is made. Back out to the point. Maniscalco holds it in. Shot from there. Save is made by Patilla, who hangs on to it. And hangs on to it. We'll get the face off. Ильya Sушko gets the goal, his second of the year. And Matthew Thompson, the newest member of the RoughRiders, picks up the assist. It's 1-1. Puck cleared into the corner. Shushko behind his own net, steers it back there for Luft around to the right-hand boards as we're in the Cedar Rapids zone. Riders get control of it, turn, and start out of their own zone. Off to the near side, it comes from Merrick Balak. Cross-rank pass off the boards, cranking one off there is a Sean. Now cleared back to the left-hand side. The Fighting Saints get it back out into the neutralized area, down to the RoughRider end of the rink. Patella behind the net, stops it there, clears it around to the right-hand corner. Knocked away, Slaggert brings it out into the neutralized area. Ahead it comes to the Fighting Saint line, knocked away to the near side, back out into the neutralized area. Steves brings it ahead. Steves has it knocked away along the boards, picked up by the Riders. Balak gets it out, crosses the center line, dumps it in, heads for the bench on a change. As the puck clears along the boards, knocked out there, back out into the neutralized area, deflected away. Catching up to it, though, as the Fighting Saints carry it in, is Preston. Preston centering attempt. Michelli couldn't get the stick down. Now back in the right-hand corner, Michelli tried to center it, knocked away to the near side. Riders fire one high off the glass into the neutralized area. Bouncy puck to the Dubuque line before the Fighting Saints can get control of it. That's Maniscalco taking it back in behind his own net. Around to the near side, it comes for Patella, who turns and starts back out on the attack. The head for Alex Steves. Steves puts it on goal. Patella stops that and covers it up. We'll get a face-off coming up in the RoughRider end of the rink. Face-off will be to the stick side. No, but goaltender Blake Patella. And not going to let the Fighting Saints make the last change that they were trying to make. Home team gets last line change, so they waited too long. Puck cleared into the corner, controlled there by the RoughRiders. That's Molik off the boards into the neutralized area, and it comes down for a Sean. Cutting in, drops it back, shot, save is made. As is cleared back into the corner, trailing the play. I think Molik got the shot off. Pass out front, Roy turns, fires, knocked out in traffic, cleared cross ring. Blackman at the point, his shot hit traffic and kicks all the way back into the neutralized area. Smolik back pedals, picks it up, gets it across now for Blackman. Back he comes, Smolik, ahead for a Sean. For Roy. Harry Roy gets it in front, steered toward the goal, steered away by Weaver. The Fighting Saint goaltender now back in behind the net, four of them jousting for it there. Roy trying to dig his way in from the side and knock it loose, does. But the Fighting Saints get control of it. They kick it out into the neutralized area. Smolik back pedals, gets it to Blackman. Cross ring comes to pass for Smolik, who turns and starts out of his own zone. Smolik gets it into the neutralized area, head for Lombardi. And his pass gets deflected, goes up into the crowd. We'll get a face-off coming up. Down to 11.5 to go, period number one. Tied at 1. Shots are 6 apiece between the RoughRiders and the Dubuque Fighting Saints. Puck cleared back along the boards, knocked away to the side now as it was broken up momentarily. Walsh has it there, back out into the neutralized area, cleared down into the Fighting Saint end of the rink. Cleared around the boards on the near side. Preston gets it back out toward the blue line, knocked down there. Poked ahead down into the RoughRider end of the rink. Lombardi circles behind the net, picks it up there. Lombardi clears it out into the neutralized area. Fighting Saints have it back at their own blue line. Maniscalco with it. Maniscalco brings it out into the neutralized area. Has it knocked off his stick into the RoughRiders zone. Riders have control of it there. Cleared around to the new side. Back out into the neutralized area they come. Down along the near side, Nathan Smith has it in the corner. Smith tries to center it, knocked away momentarily. Riders pick it back up. Send it back down deep into the right-hand corner. Backhanded now around to the left-hand side. Denman in from the point, holds it in momentarily. Fighting Saints knock it loose, turn to come back out the other way. Puck to the Rider line, knocked away. It's coming in 1-on-3. Was Thompson. Now it's cleared back out to neutral. Slaggert gets it ahead for Smith. He'll dump it back down into the Dubuque end of the rink. Graham Slaggert after it along the left-hand boards. Fighting Saints get to it first. Turn and start out. Maniscalco gets the pass ahead for Steves. Missed it. That's an icing call. And we will go back down to the Dubuque Fighting Saint end of the rink for the draw with a 10-10 to go here in the first 20 minutes. Tied at a goal apiece. Face off to the stick side of the Fighting Saint goal. Puck cleared in behind the net. Brandon Bushy has it there. Gets it off to the left-hand side. Knocked down. Riders trying to get to it. It's cleared to the point. Blackman holds it in. Fires it back down into the corner. Brings all the way around to the near boards. Thompson gets to it there for the RoughRiders. Matt Thompson, the newest member of the Riders, cleared away from him, sent all the way down the ice. Icing waved off. Patella out for a skate, cleared away to the corner on the near side. Now knocked loose back to the slot area, steered away. Timmons trying to clear it out, finally gets it out. The bouncing puck finally jumps where? I think it ended up at the RoughRider bench, actually. And we'll get a timeout on the ice with 9:35 to go here. In the first 20 minutes of play, the RoughRiders and the Fighting Saints tied at 1 apiece. For the RoughRiders and the Fighting Saints, tonight's the first of a home-and-home series. They'll play tomorrow night at 7 o'clock and Dubuque at the Mystique Ice Center. And then the Riders next weekend will go to Central Illinois on Friday and Waterloo on Saturday. Their next home game will be on the 16th against the Muskegon Lumberjacks. That'll be the next time we see the RoughRiders on the home ice here at the stable in Cedar Rapids. Face-off will come up outside the RoughRider blue line. Harry Roy moving in to take the draw for the RoughRiders. He'll take it against the Fighting Saints. Quinn Preston, there, check that. That's Jan Kern. Cleared back out to neutral. The Fighting Saints dump it in wide of the goal, right-hand side into the RoughRider end of the rink. Along the boards, Boline has it there for the Riders. He's tied up. Now Jake Johnson comes in, has to a couple of Fighting Saints. Puck squirts out of the pile momentarily. Johnson shoves it back under momentarily. They continue to fight for it there. Finally, the Fighting Saints clear it back out to the point. Down along the side, shot, save is made. That's the quick shot team from the right-hand side. We're going to get a penalty back behind the play. It's going to be a hold on the RoughRiders. And heading off, be Harry Roy. Time of the penalty will be the 10:56 mark of the period. First penalty on Cedar Rapids tonight. Our first look at the Fighting Saint power play, which is ranked 17th in the league. I'm sorry, ranked 10th in the league at 17.7%. RoughRider penalty kill 15th in the league at 76.2. Dubuque controls the draw. Maniscalco sets up on the left point, slides the pass cross rink. Now down it comes to the circle, near side. Michelli has it there, but we got a penalty coming up back behind the play. It's going to be an interference call. This one's going on Dubuque. As heading off for Dubuque is Dalton Hunter. And this comes down at the 11:06 mark of the period. The Dubuque's power play ends 10 seconds in. So we're going to play 4-on-4 for 1:50, barring any more penalties. And then the RoughRiders will have a 10-second man advantage. Puck cleared back out to the point, comes out into the neutralized area. Blackman has his pocket pick, moving in, scores! Victor Bovbelь picks off the pocket, I should say, of Chase Blackman. Walks in and scores, and the 4-on-4 goal puts Dubuque back in front. This comes at the 11:13 mark of the period. And for Bovbelь, his third of the year. Dubuque back in front, 2-1. It stays 4-on-4 because it was an even strength goal. Puck cleared back in behind the net. Wolf goes down there. Play carries on as the RoughRiders turn to come out of their own zone. Ahead to the neutralized area, Nathan Smith. He's forced to turn back by Alex Steves. Riders get the puck, but they're back in their own zone again. Cleared off to the near wing. Now shot cross rink, and here come the Riders back out on the attack. Slager brings it ahead, but they're offside. And we'll take it back outside the Dubuque blue line. 1:09 left in the penalty on the RoughRiders' Harry Roy. And 1:20 left on Dubuque's penalty on Hunter. So 1:09 from now, the RoughRiders will get an abbreviated power play. Tyler Jubenville back in his own zone, turns, brings it ahead. Sent down into the Dubuque end of the rink. It's going to be an icy call, so a shot for their own side of the red line. And we'll take it back down to the Cedar Rapids end of the rink for the draw. Face off coming up to the glove side. Puck cleared back out now to the point, broken up there. As it's cleared out into the neutralized area, Valak picks it up, turns and brings it ahead. Bullock brings it in, fires. The save is made by Weaver. Comes around to the near side. Knocked down along the boards, cleared back in deep. Cannell has it there. Canal gets it out into the neutralized area. Ahead it comes. Shot goes wide. Off the stick of Bertanen. Back out to the point. Maniscalco overskated it. Dove and poked it back in deep. Dubuque, he's forced to turn back. Clears it back cross rink now off to the near side for Bullock, who brings it ahead. Merrick Bullock with a full head of steam tried to split the defense. That didn't work. But cleared back down into the corner. Along the boards, knocked away there. Picked up by Maniscalco, who brings it ahead. Into the Rough Rider zone, taken into the corner, knocked away. Bullock picks it up, turns and comes back on the attack. Merrick Bullock brings it ahead. Riders on the power play for 10 seconds. Smolik has it there. Shot saved by Weaver. Cleared into the corner. Knocked away to the side. Picked back up by the Riders. Granowitz has it. Gets him off top of the left circle. Fighting Saints at full strength. Everybody back to 5-on-5. Puck cleared into the neutralized area. Hunter has it there. Brings it ahead for Dubuque. Moves in. Shot. Save. And then the net gets moved off the moorings. And they're going to rule the Riders took it off with the collision. And we'll take the face-off back in the Rough Rider end of the rink. So technically, the Rough Riders 1 for 2 on the power play, even though their second one only lasted 10 seconds. Well, come think of it, so did their first one. That's how long it took them to score. 2-1, Dubuque has the lead. Face off to the stick side of the Rider goal, cleared along the boards, knocked down there into the corner. Picked up there as the Fighting Saints have it behind the net. Coming up the near side with it there is Scott Corbett. Corbett tied up in the corner, knocked away. Corbett gets it back along the end board. Still has it. Tried for the short side, cut off. As it's cleared to the near side. Riders turn and bring it back out on the attack. Granowitz brings it ahead, knocked off his stick, back to the near side it comes. Out into the neutralized areas. The Fighting Saints flip it down to the Rider line. Knocked down there by Matt Denman, who says the pass cross rink for Johnson. Johnson back to the near side. Granowitz brings it in. Granowitz dumps it down into the corner, left-hand side. As they go up along the boards, digging for it there. Knocked away, cleared back in behind the net. That's Brandon Bushy turning and starting out for Dubuque. Bushy brings it ahead across the center line, fires it down wide of the Rider goal. Back down into the corner, cleared back out to the near side. Thompson pokes it out and down to the Dubuque end of the rink. Won't get far enough for an icing call. Fighting Saints have it in the corner, right-hand side, knocked away. Riders pick it up, back out 10 minutes at the point. Denman slides it across. Shot, save Weaver. Rebound, save Weaver again. One more time. Walsh flips it out front. Shot wide off the stick of Poland. Back out Johnson at the blue line. Backhands it down into the left-hand corner. Lombardi has it there, cleared around the boards, in and out to the blue line, held in. Denman fakes the shot, walks in closer, still moving in, slides it across, nobody home. Back out front it comes. Poland steers it toward the net. That's knocked down by the defense. Cleared back out, tipped down to the Rough Rider end of the rink. Icing wave off. As Preston tipped it, well, it was at neutral. Riders pick it up in the corner on the near side. Along the boards, Lombardi clears it ahead. As Poland crosses the center line, flips it in to the Dubuque end of the rink, then heads for the bench on a change. Fighting Saints in their own zone, drop the pass back off to the near side. Maniscalco gets it out for Preston. Preston's backhand pass intercepted by Roy. Cleared back ahead as it's cleared down into the Dubuque end of the rink, out away from Bolin. And here come the Fighting Saints back the other way. Steves gets it to Preston, back to Steves. Shot, save, rebound, save again. Bertanen behind the net, gets it out front. Steves drops it to the point for Bushy. Bushy slides it across to the right-hand side. Back over Bushy in the slot area. Down to the top of the circle for Steves on the left-hand side. Drops it, Bertanen, centering pass intercepted by the Rider defense and cleared back in behind the net. Roy has it in the corner, knocked away. Steves in the corner on the near side, broken up there. Off the boards into the neutralized area. Sean backhands it ahead, knocked away back to the near side. Ahead, Bertanen has it on the near side, gets it for Steves, who brings it in. Steves drops it down along the side, knocked away. Bullock picks it up, turns and starts out of his own zone. Bullock flips it ahead down into the Fighting Saint end of the rink. back behind the net. It goes around to the left-hand side as they fight forward to the corner. Knocked away there, back in behind the Dubuque net. As they fight forward along the boards, cleared around to the near side. Michelli knocked off his stick, back off to the wing. Tagged into the boards there. For the Fighting Saints was Wishman. Cleared out the neutral. Michelli picks it up. Michelli has to turn away from the forecheck back at the Rider line. Bullock picks up the puck. Steers it back across the center line. They're starting to hit a little bit out here. Michelli takes it back into his own zone. Tried to come ahead, can't get away from the forecheck of Graham Slaggart. Slaggart forces it deep into his own zone before he can finally turn and come ahead. Down the near side, Michelli moving in. Bad angle shot. Save is made by Pacella. They'll go down and cover it up. We'll get a face-off coming up in the Rough Rider end of the rink. 2:39 to go here in the first period of play. The Dubuque Fighting Saints on top by a score of 2-1. Face off to the glove side of Patella, knocked away into the corner. Denman has it there. Along the boards on the near side, out toward the blue line. Kern has it knocked in front, loose there, cleared away to the side. Penalty coming up on the Riders. As it heads off to the far side, it'll be a hook. And heading off for the Riders is Jake Johnson. Second penalty on the Rough Riders. Dubuque to the second power play. First one lasted 10 seconds before they took an equalizing penalty. Puck cleared back out to the point now. Off to the side, is moving to the middle of the rink with it is Semick. Off to the right-hand circle, pass misfires. Rough Riders pick it off and clear the length of the ice. 1:45 in the man advantage for the Fighting Saints as they turn to come out. This is the longest power play of the night for either side. As it's cleared back down into the corner now along the boards, knocked away. They fight for it down in the corner, cleared away to the side, back out toward the blue line, broken up into the neutralized area by Jason Poland. Semick back at his own blue line, has it poked away by Poland, but Virtanen goes back to pick it up. Virtanen brings it out into the neutralized area to the Rider line, gets it to Preston. Cross rink pass to Steves, back out to the point. Semick shot, saved by Patella, put the big mid up, caught it on the way in. And just hung on to it. And we'll get a face-off coming up with 1:35 to go here in the first 20 minutes of tonight's game. Face off to the right-hand side of the Rough Rider net. Face off, stick side as the puck finally hits the ice. Still in the face-off circle, though. Nobody get control. And finally, it's cleared along the boards. Back out to the point. Cross-rink Michelli has it on the near point. 58 in the power play. Michelli takes it down into the corner on the side. Back out, Maniscalco to the middle of the rink. Sets up there, down to the left circle, Michelli. Michelli shot, save Patella. Rebound cleared to the corner. Cleared back out, Michelli holds it in again. Back out to the blue line it comes. Maniscalco turns, fires. The save is made by Blake Patella, who hangs on to it. And we'll get a face-off coming up on the right-hand side of the Rough Rider goal. 1:04 in the period, 37 in the man advantage for the Fighting Saints. Puck along the boards, cleared back out to the point. Cross-rink Michelli, cross-rink pass goes over to the right-hand side as we hit minutes ago in the period. Centering pass out front, shot save. As Kern tried to jam one in from right on the edge of the crease. Back into the corner, Michelli has it there for Dubuque. Michelli back out to the point, takes the return pass top of the left circle. fires, deflected wide into the right-hand corner, picked up there by Hunter. Back out, blue line, Maniscalco back to Hunter on the right-hand side. Hunter carries it down low, centering pass for Kern, knocked away back into the corner. Sean has it there, off the glass, down the ice, and that takes care of the power play. Riders are back in full straight, 20 seconds to go, period number 1. Riders in their own zone. Boleen gets it off to the right-hand side, pass deflected, but it gets out of the zone, forcing the Fighting Saints to back up and regroup. Off to the right-hand side, ahead it comes for Steves. His pass intercepted, cleared back to the bench. Steves re-intercepts, puts it on goal from center ice. Save is made. Cleared into the corner on the right-hand side. Walsh has it there, and that will take care of the first 20 minutes of tonight's puck. Hits the ice. Cleared back into the Fighting Saint end of the rink. Back off to the near side. Wishman brings it ahead, slides it across to the far boards, and cleared into the Rough Rider end of the rink to our left here in the second period of play. Puck cleared back around into the right-hand corner, knocked along the boards. Back out to the point. Wishman holds it in, pokes it back down into the corner. Smolik has it there. Smolik clears it along the boards for Volok as they tie up in the Rider zone. Knocked away. Slaggert had it momentarily. Fighting Saints knock it loose. Comes through to the near side. Riders pick it up there. Turn, start back out. Long pass tipped ahead. I believe one of the Fighting Saints touched it, which takes care of the icing call. Back into the right-hand corner. Cleared back into the corner now. Centering attempt by the Riders, comes all the way to the point, knocked away, and Michelli back the other way, 2-on-1, overskates it, gets it back, fires, saves, Steves the rebound, scores. Steves had a little trouble controlling the rebound the first time, got it on the second attempt, and popped it past Blake Patella, who's rolled out on the ice. And the Fighting Saints stretch the lead out to 3-1, 57 seconds into the second period. And for Alex Steves, that'll be his 14th of the year. Even strength tally makes it 3-1 in favor of the Dubuque Fighting Saints. Cleared back to the blue line. Shushko has it there. Gets it off to the left-hand side. Out into the neutralized area. Knocked down and kicked back ahead into the Rough Rider end of the rink. Back down into the corner. Steves goes up along the boards there. Knocked away back around to the near side. Preston gets it for the Fighting Saints. Back out front. Shot save. As Schneider tipped one on goal. And Patella knocked it away. Riders clear it back out. Boland clears it ahead into the Dubuque end of the rink. And we get an icing call, I believe. Michelli will get his second assist of the night. Actually, they're going to call offside on the Rough Riders. So the face-off just outside the blue line. And somebody cheated into the circle too fast, so Veritanen will get chased out of the circle. Granowitz and Thompson will take the draw. Puck down on the ice, cleared. Simic has it there. Back off to the side. Return comes to Simic, who turns and brings it ahead. Simic gets it off to the near side. Corbett brings that in. Shot, save, rebound. Poke wide, no goal. Riders got a little sloppy in front of their own net, and the Fighting Saints make them pay for it. I think this will be Veritanen who's going to get this one. Was laying loose in front of the net, and the Riders couldn't clear it away. 1:37 into the second period. And Dubuque runs the lead out to 4-1. Puck down on the ice, cleared back into the Dubuque end of the rink. Wishman has it on the near side, cleared ahead down into the Rough Rider zone. Now cutting in with a backhand shot. Save is made. Who's getting the shot off was Dalton Hunter. Cleared back along the near side. Hunter gets it back, circles out, now the top of the left-hand circle. Moves around the defense, sends it down low, cleared back out to the point. Now to Wishman on the near point, shot through traffic, knocked down and kicked back out to the point. Wishman near side fires again, and Padella saw this one coming the whole way. traps it and hangs on, and now we got a collision back in behind the net, and the temper's starting to flare just a little bit. And they get them separated, and everybody heads to their respective benches. No penalties called, and we'll have to start keeping an eye on the after the whistle activities because the tempers are starting to get a little short. A lot of it, I suspect, is frustration. Face-off will be to the stick side of the Cedar Rapids net. Cleared back out to the blue line. Bushy holds it in there. Sends it down along the side. Now back out to Michelli with it at the blue line. Forced into the neutral ice area. Circles back out with it there. Michelli gets the pass across. Now back for Kern. Kern fires it in. Michelli goes in after it. Riders catch up to it. Right-hand corner. That's Matt Denman. Gets it around for Zmolik. Will Zmolik try to clear it out? Cannot do so. Knocked back down, cleared back into the corner on the near side. Knocked down there, Denman steers it back in behind the net. Zmolik picks it up there. Off the boards, down the ice it goes. This is going to be an icing call on the RoughRiders. And we will go back down to the Cedar Rapids end of the rink for the face-off with 17:12 to go here. In the second period of play, the Riders on the short end now with a 4-1 score, being outshot 23-9. Puck cleared back to the blue line, held in by the Fighting Saints. Shot knocked out in traffic. Cleared to the right-hand side, steered back down the corner, left of the Rider goal, I should say. They pile up along the boards there. Puck squirts away to the near side. Picked up by the Riders, who turn and come back out on the attack into the neutralized area. Denman had it knocked off his stick. Schneider back the other way, has it knocked away, cleared back to the Fighting Saint end of the rink. Liam Walsh after it there, but the Fighting Saints get to it first. Pass back, Steves comes ahead with it. Alexander Steves cleared back down into the corner. And we'll get a whistle and a stoppage in play. And we'll get a face-off coming up back outside the blue line. I believe the Fighting Saints going to get called for being offside. Goal did indeed go to Santeri Virtanen. As a quick shot off the face-off got stopped by the RoughRider goaltender, cleared back out into the neutralized area. Here comes Slaggert in, his shot over the top of the goal, back around to the near side. They go into the corner along the left-hand boards. They pile in after it there. Knocked away back behind the net, around front. It comes, shot from the blue line. Save is made. Rebound goes back in behind the net. Back along the boards, right-hand side. Fighting Saints clear it back out. Turn and come back ahead. Corbett coming in, pulled down. Play carries on. Wow. Corbett has it left-hand side. Circles into the slot area. Off it goes now for Canal back down in the corner. Back out now to the blue line. Cross rink it goes. Wishman sends it back down into the left-hand corner. Reversed around to the near side. RoughRiders pick it up, turn and clear it out. Nathan Smith into the neutral ice area. Smith breaks it ahead, slides the pass across now for Volok. Knocked away from him. Fighting Saints pick it up, turn and comes back out. Virtanen, the man who got the last goal, circles back into his own zone, slides it for Wishman. He'll backhand it ahead down into the RoughRider end of the rink. Icing waved off. And no, it was not. I just didn't hear the whistle. And they did call the icing on the Fighting Saints. We'll take it all the way back down to the Dubuque end of the rink. Santeri Virtanen got the goal, his 5th of the year. Maniscalco gets 1 assist, and Scott Corbett gets the other. That's the one to put Dubuque up by a score of 4-1, which is where we are right now. Cleared around to the right-hand side, knocked down to the corner. RoughRiders get it back. That's a Sean. They'll make that Granowitz with it. Knocked off his stick. Granowitz gets it back, fires wide. Cleared back around to the near side. Johnson in from the blue line, holds it in. Johnson in the corner, looking for a place to go. Has it knocked away, and the Fighting Saints turn to come back out. Corbett brings it ahead. Corbett brings it in. His shot carries wide of the goal. Back to the left-hand side. Knocked away as they fight for it along the blue line. Cleared back out into the neutralized area. as Kranowitz knocks it away. Timmons picks it up for the RoughRiders and brings it in. Back for Kranowitz. His shot knocked down to traffic. And the Fighting Saints back the other way. Cleared down into the RoughRider end of the rink. Hunter catches up to it in the corner. Knocked down there. Hunter has it again along the boards as it's taken away. Now Kern gets it back out front. Maniscalco's shot knocked down. Timmons took that one and feeling it. Cleared back off to the near side out into the neutralized area. Fired back down to the RoughRider end of the rink. Maniscalco went after it. Johnson takes him up along the boards behind the net. Cleared around to the side. Thompson hangs it there. Thompson clears it around to the near side. Back out. Fired all the way down. And this will be an icy call on the RoughRiders. With a 13:55 to go here in the period number 2, I should say. And the RoughRiders on the short end of a 4-1 score. Puck cleared back in behind the net now as they take it behind the net. Wraparound attempt cut off. Cleared back into the corner. Riders have it along the boards there. Back along the side. Picked up by the Fighting Saints in the RoughRider zone. That's Machelli with it. Knocked away from him back into the neutralized area. Machelli turns and breaks it ahead. Along the boards on the side. Out to the blue line he comes. Shot there. Save is made. Is taking the shot there was Matt Stoya. Now the Riders back the other way. Walsh backhands it in. Lombardi catches up to it. Dumps it behind the net for Walsh. Walsh circles back out. Drops it to the blue line. Denman shot deflected. Loose in front. Wide open net. Puck poked away. Denman slides the pass across. Another shot just off the mark. Carries back in behind the net. And then it comes up along the side of the net where it gets trapped. And we'll get a face-off coming up. 13:03 to go here in the second period of play. The RoughRiders find themselves on the short end of a 4-1 score. Out-of-town scoreboard. Let's see what's going on around the rest of the league. Lincoln is up on the under-17 team now 5-2. They have 11 minutes to go in the third period. In the second period, Chicago is in front of Youngstown by a score of 2-1. Just underway in the second, Muskegon and Fargo scoreless in Fargo. The under-18 squad is leading Madison 2-1. They played 5 minutes of the second period. Getting ready to start the second in Omaha. The Lancers in front of the Central Illinois Flying Aces 3-0. 4 minutes into the second period, Sioux City leads Green Bay 2-1 in Sioux City. Sioux Falls now leads the Buccaneers 1-0. They're just underway in the second period of play, and Waterloo leads Tri-City 1-0, and they are just underway in the second period. Here with 13:03 to go in the second, the RoughRiders find themselves on the short end of a 4-1 score with the face-off coming up in the Dubuque end of the rink. Face-off to the right-hand side of the net. Virtani gets chased out. Preston will move in to take it. Against Nathan Smith. Smith gets it off to the wing. Balak catches up to it there. Balak tried to get it back to the point. Got deflected. It comes back out into the neutralized area. Denman backs up, gets it, clears it back off to the near side. Now takes the return pass. Matt Denman drops it back to the near side, out into the neutralized area with it is Molick. Cleared across right now. Smith brings it in. Shot, save is made. Cleared off to the side, fired back out into the neutralized area. Knocked down there as they have it at the blue line. Riders backhanded in, but Swigert got in ahead of Balak, and the play was offside. We'll take it back out to neutral with a 12:33 to go here in the second period of play. 26-11. The shot totals in favor of the Fighting Saints. Which makes it 9-2 here for the second period of play. Riders control the draw. Ilias Shushko has it at center. He'll clear it down into the Fighting State end of the rink. Back in behind the net. Cleared around to the near side. Corbett along the boards. Knocked down there. As they fight for it there, Harry Roy knocks it loose for the Riders. Cleared back around to the near side. Corbett along the boards. Fights through the check, but Roy keeps the puck in. Gets it down low. Bad angle shot. Saved. Another shot by Roy. Got stopped by the defense. cleared to the near side, and the Fighting Saints clear it out into the neutral ice area. Tyler Jubenville picks it up there, dumps it right back in behind the net. Fighting Saints ringing around the boards to the near side. Corbett catches up to it there, turns and starts out. Corbett had it knocked off his stick momentarily. Riders back the other way. Granowitz coming in on the back end, cutting toward the goal, neatly tied up by Brendan Bushy. Puck cleared back into the corner. Riders have control of it there along the boards. And is trying to move it out is Josh Boleen, knocked away from him. Boleen gets it back into the slot area for Timmons. He got tied up in traffic, and the Fighting Saints cleared back out, cross the center line, and steered down to the Rough Rider end of the rink. Riders get it back out to neutral, shoot it all the way down, missing the long pass, and that makes it a nice goal. And we'll go back down to the Cedar Rapids end of the rink for the face-off. With 11:20 to go in the second period of play. Face off to the stick side of the goal, comes back out. Simic at the blue line, slides it across rink from there. His shot knocked down in traffic, ends up in the left-hand corner. Puck knocked away. Riders pick it up, turn and start out. Chase Blackman. Blackman into the neutral ice area, brings it ahead, backhands it in. Simic picks the pass off as the Fighting Saints turn to come right back out on the attack. Ahead they come into the neutral ice area. Shot carries wide of the goal, back around to the near side. Semick holds it in there, drops it back down into the corner. Now with it along the boards there for the Fighting Saints is Logan Patella as they tie it up in the corner. Puck cleared away around to the near side. Patella knocked down as he goes into the corner after it again. They continue to joust for it there. It squirts out of the pile. Blackman has it left of his own goal, pulled down. Penalty coming up on the Fighting Saints, and the Rough Riders are going to get a power play, which they could very badly use right now. Second penalty will be, the penalty I should say, will come at the 9:27 mark of the period. Setting off is Tyler Schneider. And I believe they called a hook on Schneider. Third penalty of the Fighting Saints, third man advantage for the Rough Riders. They cashed the first one in. Puck cleared in the corner, back out to the blue line, held in there. As the Rough Riders have it along the boards, cleared back out to the blue line. Denman sets up there, clears off to the near side. Cross ring, tip shot wide. Slanger tipped it in wide, tipped it wide of the goal. Comes back out to the blue line, held in there. Riders hold it in. Now Slanger out to the slot, Owen moving his shot, hit the defense, cleared away and down the ice by the Fighting Saints. Blake Patella back to stop it there, lace it off for Denman, who turns and starts out of his own end. Denman into the neutral ice area, clears to the head for Smith, knocked away from him and fired all the way back down to the Rough Rider end of the rink. Patella for a skate, stops it back in behind the net. Riders with a 1:07 to go with the man advantage, turn and start out on the attack. Ahead comes Merrick Malak along the boards, tied up there, knocked away. The Fighting Saints come back with a 3-on-2 short-handed rush. Maniscalco leads it back into the slot area, trailing the play, and getting the shot off was Jan Kern. But the Rough Rider goaltender Blake Patella holds his ground, makes the save. And we'll get a face-off coming up in the Rough Rider end of the rink. Face-off will be in the Rough Riders zone. It'll be to the left-hand side of the Rider net. 51 to go in the Cedar Rapids power play. Dubuque leads the game 4-1, even though they're down a man right now. Puck cleared back out into the neutralized area. The Fighting Saints backpedal it themselves, kill some time off, and then Wishman turns and fires it right back down to the Rough Rider end of the rink. Granowitz turns and brings it ahead for the Riders with a full head of steam. Nick Granowitz takes it back in behind the goal. Granowitz centering pass out front. Timmons wasn't quite ready for it. Back out Shushko at the point. Cross rink it goes. Fanning on the shot there is Chase Blackman. Has cleared back out into the neutralized area. Picked up by the Fighting Saints who turn to bring it in. Alex Steves 1-on-4. That makes it a fair fight, actually. Backhand shot saved by Patella. And he'll hang on to it. Steve's got a good shot off on the backhand, but Blake Patella held the ground, made the save. We'll get a face-off with 18 seconds to go in the second period of play. Riders with the extra man, although you wouldn't know it from the pressure the Fighting Saints have been generating. Puck down on the ice, cleared to the boards, left-hand side. As it's cleared back out, the Fighting Saints dump it back to their own end of the rink to kill some time off. Maniscalco backhands it around to the near side. Semick, he finds an opening and ricochets off the boards out into the neutralized area. That's enough to take care of the penalty. Sean Circles at center. The Rough Riders 1 for 3 on the power play. And everybody's back at full strength with the Fighting Saints in front by a score of 4-1. Cross-rink pass. Riders bring it in as Sean tips it into the zone. Knocked away to the side, cleared back out into the neutralized area and down to the Rough Rider end of the rink. Riders back pedal, pick it up there, cleared out into the neutralized area, knocked down. Picked up by Michelli, who dumps it in wide of the goal. Back to the left-hand corner it goes, cleared along the boards, left-hand side, knocked away out into the neutralized area. Picked up Lombardi, gets it ahead now down the right-hand side. As Jason Poland takes it up along the boards. Poland has it there, knocked away to the right-hand side, centering attempt into the crease area. Weaver puts the big glove down and traps it, and then we get some pushing and shoving after the play. Linesmen get in and separate. The funny thing about it is the incident that started it all was the goaltender inadvertently tripping his own defenseman. Everybody thought it was one of the Riders that knocked it down. It wasn't. And that's probably why not much came of it. They got them separated ahead of the benches for the timeout with 7:45 to go here in the second period of play. And the Rough Riders with a 4-1 deficit on their hands. Out-of-town scoreboard, 6:53 to go in Plymouth, Michigan. Lincoln leads the under-17 squad 5-2. 12:55 in the second. Chicago leads Youngstown 2-1. 12:33 to go in the second. Still no score. Muskegon and Fargo. 10:29 to go in the second. The under-18 team leads Madison 2-1 in Madison. 12:49 to go in Omaha. Lancers lead Central Illinois 4-0. That's second period action. 9:51 in the second. Green Bay, Sioux City tied at 2 in Sioux City. 12:57 to go in the second. Sioux Falls leads Des Moines 1-0 in Sioux Falls. And Waterloo leads Tri-City 1-0. 12:51 to go in the second period of play. Here's 7:45 to go in the second with Dubuque at a 4-1 lead. Back out, flying shot, to go! I think it's going to be Timmons who tips it home. And the Rough Riders get a quick one. Down to the goal will be the 12:20 mark of the period. Now make that 22. Slaggert is going to get the goal. Graham Slaggert will get the goal for the Rough Riders. Either way, it at least slows the bleeding down and gets it back to a 2-goal game at 4-2. Face-off coming up to the left, or in the neutralized area, I should say. Cleared down into the Fighting Saint end of the rink. Knocked away there. Virtanen clears it ahead, knocked down there, back out to neutral on the near side. Poked ahead, broken up there. Walsh gets it to Lombardi, who steers it down into the Dubuque end of the rink, back into the corner, around to the right-hand side. Fighting Saints pick it up there, turn and start out. Pass comes ahead now. Michelli gets it for Virtanen, who brings it ahead. Virtanen brings it down into the corner on the right-hand side, knocked away there, back out to the point. Michelli shot, goes wide. Knocked down in front, play carries on. Fighting Saints circle, Steve's right down the slot, gets the shot off that hit a defenseman and ricochets to the corner. Puck cleared away to the side, Virtanen has it again, dumps it back around to the left-hand side. Picked up there by Michelli, takes it back in behind the net, centering attempt knocked away. Cleared back around to the near side. Back out into the neutralized area it comes, picked up by Semick. Semick declares it ahead just out of the rink of Michelli. Michelli catches up to it. It's cleared back out to neutral. Maniscalco at his own blue line. Backhands to pass ahead. Steves turns and brings it ahead. Alex Steves splits the defense. The shot and the save by Patella. Cleared back to the corner on the near side. Semick sends it back down into the left-hand corner. RoughRiders get it back around to the near side. Turn and come ahead. Nathan Smith brings it ahead. Smith gets it out front. Backhand shot by Slanger. The save is made. Carries back along the right-hand side out into the neutralized area. Backhand pass off to the wings. Here come the Fighting Saints back in. Neatly bounced off the puck there was Tice Thompson. Back out he comes into the neutralized area. Right in front of the penalty boxes. RoughRiders going to lose it. Fighting Saints get it back. Corbett brings it in. Slides it across. Shot saved by Patella. Got there in time. Put the big glove up. Catch it. Knock it down. And we were going to have two separate incidents. The linesman took preventative action. Spun one of the RoughRiders out of the way before it could turn into anything. And the other linesman, that's Greg Offerman's got the second fight separated before it turns into anything. And they get them separated and all head to their respective benches. The RoughRider goal goes to Merrick Verloc. And for Verloc, that is number 15 on the year. Graham Slager gets one assist, and Nathan Smith gets the other. 4-2 our score. The Fighting Saints have the lead. RoughRiders have the puck in their own zone. Matt Thompson tries to backhand it out. Intercepted, held in. Shot down along the side now into the right-hand corner. Broken up there. Riders clear it back out. Timmons gets it out to neutral. Logan Patella for the Fighting Saints picks it up, dumps it back in. Yes, they're brothers. Puck carries back in behind the net around to the near side. Out to the point, Bushy dumps it down along the boards. Broken up there. Riders turn and come back out. Timmons brings it ahead for the Riders. Timmons gets around the defense, takes the shot. The save is made by Weaver. Carries off to the right-hand boards, back into the neutralized area. Poked ahead into the RoughRider zone. Hunter tried to get to it, got separated, then goes down. Back along the near side. Riders turn and bring it back in. Timmons centering pass out front for Kranowitz. Goes wide. Back around to the near side. Michelli the other way for the Fighting Saints. 2-on-1. Michelli gets it across. Fanning on the shot there was Bowful. Back into the neutralized area. Semick has it again. Back from Michelli, who leads him in again. This time he'll take the shot himself. This time Blake Patella says enough. Sticks the big glove out, catches it, hangs on. And we'll get a face-off coming up in the RoughRider end of the rink. 4:37 to go here in the second period of play, which the Fighting Saints have stretched the lead out to be 4-2 right now. They're out shooting the RoughRiders unofficially 33-17. Puck cleared into the corner. Johnson has it there for the Riders. He's tied up along the boards, knocked away back into the corner. Fighting Saints pick it up, back out Semick off to the left-hand side. Shot goes down into the slot area, knocked away there. Preston takes it into the corner. Cleared back out to the point, off to the near side. Semick shot, save is made as Patella goes down and traps that one and hangs onto it with 4:15 to go here in the second period of play. And the RoughRiders on the short end of a 4-2 score. Face-off will be to the right-hand side of Blake Patella. Cleared into the corner. Kyle Loft takes it back in behind the net. Loft clears it around. Now back in behind the net again. Cleared to the near side. Held in by the Fighting Saints. Poke back out to neutral. Riders pick it up. Smith brings it ahead. Smith clears it down into the left-hand corner. Knocked away. Merrick Verloc has it along the boards. Back out to the point. Kyle Loaf holds it in. His shot goes wide. Back into the corner. Coming up with it there is Roman Canal. Canal gets it out into the neutralized area. Riders pick it up there. Bring it back in. Smith, little spin move to elude the forecheck. Drops it off now for Blackman. His shot save is made. And again pushing and shoving after the play. Verloc just throws a little bit of a jab, and I think that's going to get him thrown in the penalty box. give Roman Canal a lot of credit for Dubuque. Vlach was working on him pretty hard, and Canal just wouldn't do anything. Just stood there and took it, which means Vlach gets the penalty. And the Fighting Saints get the power play out of it. Oh, they did put 2 up on Canal. Okay. Forget everything I just said. It's coincidental minors at the 16:25 mark. Face-off coming up to the right of the Fighting Saints goal. Controlled by the Fighting Saints. Riders got a shot off from the slot, but nothing came of it. Maniscalco brings it in, trying to slide it across. That's steered back out to neutral by the RoughRiders, who turn it coming back ahead. Roman and Sean. Maniscalco rides into the boards. Puck clears back in behind the goal. Around to the right-hand side. Semick spins away from the forecheck and brings it into the neutral ice area. Semick brings it ahead, stops at the top of the circle, fires, that goes wide. Puck back into the corner, left-hand side, knocked away, back behind the net. Denman back to get it there. Denman gets it around to the side, turns and starts out of his own zone. Denman drops it off now for Shushko with 1:15 to go in the 4-on-4. Pass cleared ahead into the Fighting Saint end of the rink. Back off to the side. Now Wishman turns back into the neutral ice area. Pass comes ahead, picked up now by Michelli, who's made an absolute nuisance of himself this second period of the play. Back pedals to his own zone like he's trying to kill a penalty off. Don't understand that. It's 4-on-4. Picks up some speed and comes straight ahead into the RoughRiders zone. Tries to split between 2 riders. That didn't work. Puck cleared back into the corner on the near side. Riders pick it up, poke it out to neutral. And come ahead with it now as Graham slows to play offside. Everybody gets out of the zone. Drops it back to his own blue line. 30 in the power play. Off to the side it goes now for Thompson. Thompson gets it back to the near side as the Riders have it in their own zone. Off to the left-hand side, out to neutral. Thompson brings it ahead. Thompson carries it in. Shot, save, rebound, both wide. Cleared back around to the near side and shoving it wide was Jordan Timmons. Now here comes Preston back the other way, trying to split between 2 defensemen. Cutting in front, got the shot off anyway. And Patella made the save. Both sides back at full strength. We have 1:35 to go here in the second period. Dubuque with a 4-2 lead. Timmons brings it ahead along the boards on the near side. Backhand centering pass, drop pass off to the side, but tied up neatly. Coming down the backside was Vlach. Here come the Fighting Saints back the other way. Karn tries to go between 3 RoughRiders. That didn't work either. Puck cleared back around to the near side. Riders cleared out to neutral. As Lombardi tried to catch up to it coming off the bench. Can't do so. It's poked away down into the Dubuque end of the rink. Nathan Smith catches up to it. Smith trying to cut in front. Goes down. Fighting Saints knock it away. Minute to go in the second period with Dubuque with a 4-2 lead. Veritanen gets knocked down at neutral. A nice stiff check by Kyle Wolf. Back out to neutral. Smith brings it ahead for the RoughRiders. Smith slides the pass across for Vlach. He's bounced off the puck. Veritanen starts back the other way for the Fighting Saints. Brings it in, drops it back, cranking one off. At that point was Bushy. Save was made by Patella. It's cleared back out to neutral and down to the Dubuque end of the rink for an icing call on the RoughRiders. So we'll go back down to the Cedar Rapids end of the rink for the face-off with 29.1 seconds to go here in the second period of play. And the RoughRiders down by a pair at 4-2. They were down 2-1 after one. Currently down 4-2 with 29 seconds to go in the second period of play. Face off to the stick side of the Rider net. Poked into the corner. Denman steers it back in behind the goal around to the left side for Johnson. Johnson out for Walsh, who gets it into the neutralized area. Pass intercepted by Schneider. Here come the Fighting Saints back in. Corbett carries it in. Now along the left-hand side. Centering pass comes all the way through to the near boards. Riders poke it to the blue line and out. Semick picks it up. 9 to go in the period. Veritanen gets the pass across. Now moving in, taking the shot over the top of the goal there was the Fighting Saints Corbett. That he carried up and out of play. I think the Riders may have deflected it. So we'll get a face-off in the Rough Rider end of the rink with 2 seconds to go. The Dubuque Fighting Saints coaching staff is trying to get Weaver to head to the bench. They're going to put the extra attacker on the ice. Figuring the Rough Riders can't shoot the puck the length of the ice in 2 seconds. Face-off is to the left side of the Rough Rider net. Everybody gets ready. There we go. Puck's on the ice, goes to the corner, and that will take care of the second 20 minutes of play in tonight's game. Our score 3 back out through 2 periods of play. That's a pretty good game most nights, but that's only 2 periods tonight. Here come the Riders on the attack as we're underway in the third. Smith fires, Weaver the save, cleared back to the corner, right-hand side. Along the boards, knocked away momentarily, cleared back down. Bushy picks it up for the Fighting Saints, plays it back out to the blue line. Michelli takes it, drops it back for Bushy. Riders with a 3-man forecheck on. Smith knocks the puck away. Bullock picks it up, turns to bring it back in. Merrick Bullock cutting in on the backhand, turns, fires, the save is made. Puck rolled away from Weaver, so he couldn't cover it, and it's taken off neatly to the corner by the Fighting Saint defense. Cleared back around to the near side after neutral. Michelli gets the pass off now for Bovbel, who brings it in. If Bovbel brings it down, drops it for Michelli. He slides the pass back to the blue line. Held in there, hand pass is going to be the call. Maniscalco stopped the puck with his glove, and then a teammate was the first one to play it. Thus the hand pass ruling. Doesn't really a pass, but it fits the criteria for the call. It will take face-off outside the Rough Rider blue line. Fighting Saints control it. Maniscalco's shot knocked down as they tried to drive it in. Still outside in the neutralized area. Maniscalco gets it back again. Cross-rank pass now carried in and fed off to the right-hand side. Kern had it get away. Preston picks it up back in behind the net for the Fighting Saints. Riders knock it loose momentarily. Back around it comes Jan Kern being chased there by the Riders. Илья Shushko clears back cross-rank. Dumps it back down into the corner now. Back in behind the Rider goal. They continue to just for it. Fighting Saints get it back out front. Shot wide. As Steves sent it wide of the goal to the right-hand side. Dumped back in behind the net. Steves had it knocked away. Rough Riders pick it up, clear around to the right-hand side. Turning, come back out on the attack. Into the neutralized area. Lombardi got tied up, turns the puck over. Fighting Saints bring it back in. Drop pass intercepted. The Riders back out with Walsh. Liam Walsh down the near side, cleared down into the Dubuque end of the rink. Carries back in behind the goal. Around to the near side. The Fighting Saints have it in the corner. Right-hand side of their own goal. Reversed back around to the left. As they go up along the boards, cleared away back out into the neutralized area. Back to the right-hand side it comes. Granowitz couldn't control it. Knocked away. Thompson picks it back up for the Rough Riders. And Matt Thompson sends it down into the Fighting Saint end of the rink. On his backhand, catches up to it. Back out to the point. Shot there by Denman. Deflects wide. Fighting Saints lifted high in the air out to neutral. Denman knocks it down. Picks it up. Brings it back to his own blue line, circling with it there. Tries to get the pass ahead for Timmons. It does, but Timmons got forced wide. Back to the near side. Denman cranks one off. That hit one of the Fighting Saint players who's down. And it's Bushy slow getting up, but he is up and heading back to the bench. And now he turns and gets back into the play. The play is coming toward him with Timmons. Timmons takes it back in behind the net around to the left-hand side. Bushy turns and starts out into the neutralized area with the pass. Knocked down there was Corbett. The Riders turn and bring it back in. Roy brings it down along the near side. Roy gets it out front. Denman shot. Save. Rebound. Post wide. Back in behind the net. Bushy catches up to it along the boards. Knocked away there as they fight for it along the right-hand side. Puck down along the board. Somebody goes down and covers it up. We'll get the face-off coming up. 16:40 to go in the third period. Rough Riders down by a score of 4-2. Same two teams will play tomorrow night in Dubuque. And then they are back here on, I believe it's like the 17th. They'll be back here. Puck cleared back around to the right-hand side, knocked down as they fight forward along the boards. Tied up there, broken up momentarily. Now still in the fighting seat in the rink. Riders hold it in. Smolik moves in, takes a shot from the top of the right-hand circle. But Weaver holds his ground and makes the save. And we'll get the face-off coming up in the Fighting Saint end of the rink. Face-off will be to the stick side of Dubuque Fighting Saint goaltender Cole Weaver. Puck cleared into the corner, now dropped back out to the point. Shot heads wide, knocked down there. Maniscalco along the right-hand boards, knocked away, back out into the neutral ice area. Smolik backpedals to his own zone to pick it up. Gets it off to the right-hand side, cleared back ahead into the neutral ice area, broken up there. Steve's back to pick it up for the Fighting Saints. Knocked off his stick, cleared back to the right of the line, broke it up. As they fight for it right in front of the Rough Rider bench, Riders get control of it, turn and bring it ahead. Now it's cleared back down into the corner, dumped in neatly by Chase Blackman. Back along the left-hand boards, Fighting Saints get control of it, cleared back out. Preston back the other way. Preston brings it in, had a little trouble with it, neatly poked off his stick by Kyle Loft around to the right-hand side, and Loft turns and brings it back. Loft brings it ahead, slides it off to the near side, back to Loft and just out of his reach. Back down into the corner now, Riders cutting in front again, trying to get the backhand shot off this time with Smith. He got tied up, and the Fighting Saints bring it back out. Ball drops it down to the right-hand side, knocked away. Back around to the near side, Jumonville gets it to Block as the Riders clear it out. Block's cross-rink pass knocked down. Slaggert picks it up. He got tied up with the referee accidentally. The puck gets knocked away back down into the Rough Rider end of the rink. Riders pick it up there, turn and come back out. Merrick Block speeds past everybody, brings it in, fires. Weaver gloves it and hangs on. And we'll get a face-off coming up with 14:49 to go here in the third period of play. And the Rough Riders down by a score of 4-2. And the shots are now 37-24, which means the Rough Riders have had 5 shots on goal in the third period, I should say. And the Fighting Saints have yet to get any. Same two teams tomorrow night in Dubuque for the Rough Riders. They head out on the road after starting tomorrow. Next weekend they are in Central Illinois to take on the Flying Aces. And then Saturday they are in Waterloo to take on the Blackhawks. Next time the Rough Riders are home will be February 16th when they entertain the Muskegon Lumberjacks. And then on the 17th they'll entertain the same Dubuque Fighting Saints. Face off to the left there, to the right-hand side of the Dubuque goal. Which will be the stick side of goaltender Jared Weaver. I knew I was going to do that. Cole Weaver. Puck down on the ice, controlled by the Riders. The centering attempt knocked out, poked wide of the goal. And Weaver puts the big glove out, catches it, hangs on, and we'll try it again in the Fighting Saint end of the rink. Puck cleared back to the front. Ilias Shishko holds it in there, moves in front, slides the pass down low. It gets deflected wide, and the Fighting Saints pick it up, turn to come out on the attack. Schneider brings it ahead, gets it off Thompson. His shot over the top of the goal. Karam's back out to the blue line, held in by Simic. His shot goes wide. Riders pick it up right-hand corner. That's Ilias Shishko. Gets it ahead for Granowitz, who sends it down to the Fighting Saint end of the rink. Fighting Saints back in their own zone, cleared ahead to neutral. Thompson knocked down there. Puck cleared ahead. As here come the Fighting Saints in on the break. Hunter cutting in on the backhand, saved by Patella. Hunter still has the puck. Hunter looking for a place to go. Can't find it. Gets it into the slot area and knocked away there. Back off to the right-hand side. Now dumped back down in behind the goal. Round to the near side. Hunter shoved up along the boards there by Shushko as they fight for it there. Left-hand side of the goal. About 5 of them in there jousting for it. Puck still loose. Cleared back along the sides. Knocked off the puck is Hunter. Fighting Saints hold it in, get it back to the blue line, but it jumps over Canal's stick. He'll have to go back to get it. And then slides the pass past Wishman, and they got to go deep into their own end to pick it up. Wishman clears it off the boards out to neutral to the Rough Rider line. Smolik has it there. 13-19 to go in the third period. Riders down 4-2. Roy cutting in, puts the shot on goal. Weaver makes the save. The puck comes back out to neutral. Blackman backpedals to his own blue line, picks it up. Sends the pass off to his right for Harry Roy. Roy backhands it back to the near side for Blackman. Blackman gets it out into the neutralized area for a Sean, and they're offside. And we'll take it back outside the blue line for the face-off with 12:57 to go here in this third period of play. Face-off coming up outside the blue line. Puck cleared back into the Dubuque end of the rink, back off to the left-hand side as it comes out into the neutralized area, poked ahead to the Rider. Blue line broken up there and sent back down to the Dubuque end of the rink. Semick back to get it. Slides it off to the near side for Maniscalco, back out into the neutralized area as they bring it ahead. Shot, save is made. And we'll get the face-off coming up in the Rough Rider end of the rink. As getting the shot off for the Fighting Saints was Alexander Steves. But Blake Patella holding his ground to make the save. Face-off, right-hand side of the Rough Rider net. Down on the ice, controlled by the Fighting Saints, cleared to the blue line, held in. As the shot carries wide of the goal, now back off to the side. Machelli has it again. Machelli looking for a place to go, spun a roll. The Riders just got away with one. Puck cleared back out to the blue line into the neutralized area. Broken up there. Stoya has it there. Now gives it ahead for Schneider, who brings it back in. Shot. Patella got a piece of that one to get it wide. Poked back off to the side. Now knocked away. Lombardi trying to clear it out. Cannot do so. It's held in. Smolik has to dump it back in behind the goal for Kyle Loaf, who turns and brings it out. Loaf ahead across the blue line, fires it down into the Fighting Saint end of the rink. Lombardi in after it. Fighting Saints clear it back around to the near side. Trying to come back out. Veritanen out into the neutral play. Riders are starting to hit a little bit, and some of these are dangerously close to being behind. Puck cleared back out into the neutralized area, checking from behind, of course. As the Riders turn, cut back, and scores! Think we just got a little skating exhibition from Merrick Bullock. He picked it off, walked in to right at the goaltender, then suddenly made a left-hand turn, got behind Weaver and had the whole net to shoot at, and we have a one-goal game. Time of the goal will be the 28 mark of the period. Even strength tally makes it 4-3. And if that is indeed Bullock, which I'm 99.9% sure that it is, it'll be his second of the night and 16th of the year. Riders can't control the draw. Denman fires it in wide of the goal. Dumped back in behind the net. Cleared around. Steves clears it out now for the Fighting Saints. Steves brings it ahead. It's basically 4-on-2 for a second. Maniscalco fans on the shot. It's cleared back to the face-off circle. Riders knock it away. Timmons gets it into the neutralized area. Denman tried to get it back to Timmons. That got picked off and cleared back the other way. Here come the Fighting Saints in along the near side. Steves has it. Spins away from the forecheck. Drops the pass back now out to the blue line. She sends it down low. Cross-right pass knocked down by Kyle Wolf. His scoring attempt hit a teammate in the back. Rough Riders get control of it, dump it down. And icing waved off. Somebody tipped it on the way by. As the Fighting Saints turn to come back out on the attack. Bushy brings it in, knocked away from him. Off to the right-hand side. Here come the Fighting Saints back, or the RoughRiders back in. And with the referee leave his whistle in the locker room, puck cleared back down into the corner. Bushy has it there, cleared around to the near side. As they fight for it in the corner, the right-hand side. One of the Riders got tripped cutting toward the goal. As it's cleared off to the right-hand side, picked up by the Fighting Saints to turn and bring it back out into the neutral ice area. Clears it in. Now Slaggert brings it back into the Dubuque end of the rink. Slaggert dumps it back in behind the goal. Back out front it comes. Slaggert whistles one high and wide. The carom comes all the way back out into the neutral ice area. Riders turn, send it back in. Nathan Smith has it there. He got the last goal. The Slaggert cross-rink pass deflects up and into the crowd. And we'll get a face-off with 9:42 to go in this third period of play. And the RoughRiders are back within one at 4-3. Nathan Smith gets the goal, his 7th of the year. Denman picks up the only assist. That's the one that made it 4-3, which is where we are right now with 9:42 to go in the third period of play. Final scores: Lincoln defeated the under-17 squad by a score of 5-3. And everybody else is still just at the end of the second period, so nothing is updating yet. We'll try to check those scores for you coming up in a little bit. Same two teams tomorrow night in Dubuque. And then they will be back here February 17th. We will play in Dubuque on March 30th, which will be the final meeting of the year between the two clubs. Face-off will be to the left-hand side of the Dubuque goal. Face-off coming up left-hand side. Puck cleared off the boards out to the blue line, knocked down there, held in Liam Walsh, broken up there, back out Илья Сушко. Plays it back off to the left-hand side. Back it comes to the near boards as the RoughRiders turn to bring it ahead. Shushko brings it in, knocked away. Owen has it back at neutral for the Riders. Gets it ahead now for Walsh, who gets knocked down, and the play carries on. Puck carries to the left-hand boards. Fighting Saints have it there as they try to clear it out. Do get it high in the air, and I think they actually put it into the Dubuque bench. So we'll take the face-off back. Where are we going with it? Looks like they'll take it all the way back into the Dubuque end of the rink with 9:10 to go in this third period of play. And the RoughRiders down 1 now at 4-3. Puck cleared back out into the neutral ice area, down to the RoughRider end of the rink. Riders back to pick it up there, cleared ahead off the boards now. Smith mowed over from behind, and the play carries on. Puck clears back out into the neutral ice area. Slaggert drops it off Jubenville to the right-hand side, back out to neutral for Smith. Knocked along the boards, broken up there. Backhand pass into the slot area for Block, steered away from him by Bushy. Takes it up along the boards on the left-hand side. As they fight for it along the boards there, Fighting Saints pull away, clear it out. Getting it out into the neutral ice area, Dalton Hunter. Hunter right in front of the RoughRider bench. Finally backhands it down to the Cedar Rapids end of the rink. Riders have it on the near side. Jubenville clears it ahead now for Timmons, who brings it in. Timmons cuts toward the goal, has a neatly poke-checked off his stick by the goaltender, Cole Weaver. Puck cleared back into the corner right-hand side. Fighting Saints get control of it, clear it out. Preston gets it ahead for Steves. Steves cutting in, pulled down, goes into the goal. Takes out the goaltender, but the penalty will be called for pulling Steves down. And I think they're going to call it a cross-check. but whatever you call it, the Dubuque Fighting Saints are heading out to the power play. Time of the penalty be 11:59 of the period, and heading off is Smolik. So Will Smolik gets off. Fourth penalty on the RoughRiders, third man advantage for the Fighting Saints tonight. 8:01 to go in the third period of play. RoughRiders are down by 1, and Dubuque is heading on to the power play. Puck cleared back to the blue line, held in there. Semick at the middle of the blue line, off to the near side. Preston moves in, fires, that goes wide. Puck cleared back down into the right-hand corner, controlled there by the Fighting Saints. That's Thompson. Back out, Preston, top of the circle, left-hand side, out to the point. Semick down to the right circle. That is Steves looking for a place to go. Circles back out, moves in again, fires, save is made. Puck comes through to the near side, cleared back out to the point. Semick gets it off now for Steves, moves in, shot, save, rebound, loose in front, and the scramble pokes it to the corner on the near side. Back out, Preston, off to the left-hand side for Semick. Back off to the side, it comes Preston, near side, his shot hit traffic, deflects wide of the goal. Back out to the blue line, shot, save, Patella kicks it deep in the slot area. And finally, the RoughRiders get control of it and send it all the way down the ice. With a minute to go in the man advantage, 7 minutes to go in the game. And the RoughRiders down by a score of 4-3. Fighting Saints trying to bring it ahead as Hunter comes down the near wing, which is the left-hand side, as the Riders defense looks at it. Takes it back in behind the goal, around to the right-hand boards, knocked away there. Cleared back out, Riders pick it up, skate it out. This is Roman Ashawn down the left-hand wing with it. Ashawn stops, slides it back out. Johnson fires from the blue line. That's knocked down in traffic. Ashawn had it momentarily, knocked off his stick, and here come the Fighting Saints back out on the attack, but they're offside. As being forced to go wide was Jan Kern. He had to make one extra sideways step. That threw the play offside. With 22 seconds to go in the man advantage. 6:23 to go in the third, and the RoughRiders with a 1-goal deficit. They're trailing this one. It is Dubuque 4 and the RoughRiders 3. Puck down on the ice, cleared back into the neutral ice area, picked up on the near side now by Bushy. He'll dump it back in behind the net. Loaf has it there for the Riders, carries it out to the near side. 10 to go in the man advantage for the Fighting Saints. Kyle Loaf sends it down the ice. Bushy stops it behind the net, turns and starts out into the neutral ice area. Down the near wing it comes. Steves carries it in as everybody's back at full strength. Steves, a backhand shot. Save is made. Rebound cleared away to the side. And here come the Riders back on the attack. Slager's pass intercepted. And here come the Fighting Saints back the other way. Preston brings it again. Slides it across for Steves. The bouncing puck comes all the way through to the near boards. Along the near boards, Viratana has it there as they fight for it along the boards. Knocked away back out. Maniscalco picks it up. Gets it ahead for Steves. He's shoved into the boards. As play carries on, Riders pick it up, turn and come back out. Balak puts it right on goal. Weaver stops that, then puts the big mitt down and covers it up. We'll get a face-off coming up in the Fighting Saints end of the rink. Face-off will be to the right-hand side of the Fighting Saint net. Puck down on the ice, the Riders clear it back to their own end of the rink as the drop pass got past Shishko. Blake Patella out for a skate, sends it off to the right-hand side, dumps it back in behind the net, around to the near side it comes. Broken up there, Denman sends it back around to the right-hand boards. Picked up there by Илья Сушко, knocked away. Denman picks it up to the near side. Thompson, who turns and brings it ahead. Thompson across the center line, fires it down wide of the goal into the corner on the right-hand side. Knocked away back in behind the net Bushy brings it around to the near side for Dubuque into the neutralized area. Denman picks it up there for the the RoughRiders. Back the other way. Granowitz down along the boards, right-hand side. Tried to get it in front. That's knocked away. Clearing attempt. Intercepted. Granowitz holds it in. Gets it down to Denman, who couldn't handle the pass. Puck cleared in front. Knocked away. Fighting Saints pick it up. Turner bring it back out into the neutralized area. Schneider gets it across the center line and then dumps it down to the RoughRider end of the rink so the Fighting Saints can get some fresh legs out on the ice. Puck carries along the right-hand boards. Coming up on 4 minutes to go here in the third period. RoughRiders trail at 4-3 as they have the puck in their own zone. Cleared ahead by a Sean, knocked off his stick. Fighting Saints pick it back up and bring it in. Corbett cuts in, fires. Patel with a glove save, and he'll just hang on to it. And we'll get a face-off with 3:57 to go in the third period. And the RoughRiders with a down by a goal at 4-3, being outshot 44-27. And somebody got into the circle too quick, so they're going to back them up. We'll line it up and try it again. I think everybody looks like they're ready to go. Puck down on the ice, cleared to the side, controlled by the Fighting Saints. Back out to the point. Stoya, shot, save, rebound goes wide. Picked back up, trying to cut in front was Preston. He had it roll off. His stick carries to the right-hand boards. Riders clear it back out into the neutralized area. Bring it ahead into the Fighting Saint end of the rink. Dump back in behind the goal. Stoya has it there. Around to the right-hand side. Denman drops it back out to the blue line. Shot, save is made. As Wolf took the shot from the left-hand point. Weaver stops it, traps it, and hangs on. We'll get a face-off coming up in the Dubuque end of the rink. Too early to be thinking about pulling the goaltender. We're probably 2 minutes from that being a possibility. More likely a probability if the Riders don't tie the game up. Puck clears back into the corner on the right-hand side as they tie it up there and knocked away. Canal clears it around to the right-hand side. Knocked away there, picked up and cleared out into the neutralized area. Down to the RoughRider end of the rink. Kyle Wolf back to get it there. Eluding the forecheck, sends the pass off. Now into the neutralized area comes for Liam Walsh. Walsh brings it in. Walsh takes it back in. Goes for the short side. The save is made by Weaver. Walsh tried to get it in front. It goes past Lombardi. Fighting Saints pick it up and come back on the attack. Corbett cutting in on his back end. He cuts in and goes for the short side stuff. And Blake Patella holds his ground, makes the save. We'll get a face-off coming up in the RoughRider end of the rink. Face-off will be to the left-hand side, which is the club side of goaltender Blake Patella. Puck down on the ice, cleared into the corner to the left of the goal. Riders get it, take it back in behind the net, come out the right-hand side with Jake Johnson. Johnson across the blue line, 2.5 to go. As the puck is cleared into the Fighting Saint end of the rink. Dubuque with a 1-goal lead at 4-3. Maniscalco has the puck for the Fighting Saints. Along the boards, left-hand side, gets it into the neutralized area. Pass comes ahead. Riders break that up, clear it back out. Slaggert gets it off now for the RoughRiders to the right-hand side. That was Granowitz cutting in. Now Slaggert has it back on the near side, drops it out to the blue line. Shot knocked down in traffic, goes high in the air. Broken up there. Preston had it poked off his stick. Riders keep it in. Shot goes wide of the goal, goes up and out of play with 2:01 to go in the contest. Dubuque with a 4-3 lead. Face-off coming up in the Dubuque end of the rink. It would be kind of early to pull the goaltender at this point, and they're not going to. As Blake Patella stays in the net. Puck cleared into the corner on the right-hand side. Brandon Bushy has it for the Fighting Saints. High off the glass into the neutralized area. Puck bouncing around there. Riders finally get it, control it. Sean brings it in, drops it back. Down the centering pass comes all the way through to the near side. Along the board, Shushko has it there. Back in behind the net for Roy. Roy hit a seam, caroms back out. Riders still have control of it. Shushko at the point. His shot high, and Weaver stuck the big glove up and caught it. Now we get a skirmish to the right of the goal. And one of the Riders looks like they're doubled over, but minute 33 to go. And Terry Roy was the one who was doubled over, but he's up on his feet and skating to the bench under his own power. And trainer Chris Ipson is waiting for him when he gets there. Make sure he's okay. Riders are going to go ahead and pull goaltender Blake Patella right now. They've got the face-off in the Dubuque end of the rink to the right-hand side of the goal with a minute 33 to go. And now we're going to get the timeout call. Yeah, I kind of figured that was coming. I am slightly surprised, however, that it is the Dubuque Fighting Saints who are taking the timeout. I thought it would have been the RoughRiders who did that. So 1:33 to go in the contest. The RoughRiders with a one-goal deficit that they need to make up here as they gather around Coach Mark Carlson, trying to figure out how they're going to do that. They've already signaled that they're going to pull Blake Patella out and go 6-on-5. Try to get the extra pressure on the Fighting Saint goal. Very quickly, Lincoln beat USA 5-3. It is Youngstown in front of Chicago 3-2, 5 minutes to go in the third. Muskegon in front of Fargo 1-0, 5 to go in the third. USA beat Madison 3-1. Omaha clobbering Central Illinois 8-1. Sioux City is in front of Green Bay 4-2 with a minute to go. 3:43 to go in the third. Sioux Falls in front of Des Moines 2-0. 4:23 to go in the third. Waterloo in front of Tri-City 3-1. Here it's 4-3 with a minute and a half to go. Dubuque in front as puck comes in front. Shot save is made by Weaver, who traps it and hangs on. So we'll just line it up and try it again to the right-hand side of the Dubuque net. Graham Slaggert on the all-important draw, but the Fighting Saints get control of it. Carries into the corner. Thompson has it there. He's tied up. Puck comes out of the pile. Riders clear it back out to the point. Back into the slot area. Slaggert fires wide. Back into the corner, right-hand side. As they go up along the inboards, cleared back around to the near side. Denman out at the point. Slides it across the left-hand circle. Back across to the near side. Shot by Smith. Goes high and wide. Bullock holds it in. Sends it back down behind the net. 1 minute to go here in the third. Riders still need a goal. Back out 10 minutes to point. Slides it across. Bullock fans on the one-timer. Carries into the corner. Slaggert has it again. Drops it back out to the point. Now takes the return. Graham Slaggert to the near side. Denman tries to get it in front. It's deflected high and goes into the Dubuque bench. We'll get a face-off in the Fighting Saint end of the rink with 42 seconds to go. And the Fighting Saints leading it still by a score of 4-3. And now the RoughRiders are going to take their timeout. This one's a combination timeout. Not too hard to figure on this one. It's both rest the guys that are out there and talk strategy. Keep the same guys that were out there for the RoughRiders because they were making it happen. They got a couple of opportunities. but still haven't got the equalizer in. (4-3) our score. The Fighting Saints have the lead over the home team, RoughRiders. It is Slaggert, Smith, Thompson, Bullock, Inman, and Poland out there for the RoughRiders. Puck down on the ice, cleared into the corner with 40 to go. Back along the circle, right-hand side, Riders get control of it. Graham Slaggert dumps it around the boards. Bullock holds it in, gets it down along the boards on the left-hand side. Puck is bouncing, nobody get control of it. Finally, the RoughRider Fighting Saints do. Fire it all the way down. That's an icing call on Dubuque, so they're not going to be allowed to change players. And we'll take the face-off back to the Dubuque end of the rink with 23.5 seconds to go. Face-off on the left-hand side now. Jason Poland moving in to take the draw. Puck's down on the ice, gets cleared past Bullock out into the neutral ice area. The race is on. Fighting Saints get to it. Alex Steves has it poked off his stick, goes back in behind the net. Clock at 12. Riders get one rush if they get it organized. Puck cleared back out into the neutral ice area with 7. Coming ahead with it, Smith tagged up along the boards with 3. Pucks along the boards, cleared into the neutral ice area. That's going to do it. Fighting Saints hang on to it and win it by a final score of...